Hello everybody, this is Practical Magic, the place where the dragons hang out, and I'm here just to give you a little bit of an energetic update as well as help pull 4 dragon cards today, which is what I do every single Monday. Every single Monday we're looking at a theme. The dragons come in with a theme that they pass over to me over the weekend, and I'm just noticing what's going on in the energy. So because we're in the New Year 2024, not the Dragon New Year. The Dragon New Year is the 10th of February, which I'll be holding a great big party for, by the way. we'll be celebrating everything dragon as they come through. So the energy update on the planet at the moment, and because you know the dragons are here as well, because of this energy update, we are in ascension mode. Whether you like it or not, every single person on the planet is going through an ascension. If you've awoken to the fact that you are ascending, meaning that you are going to be living in higher frequencies. You're already living in higher frequencies, which means that you're not hanging on to all the garbage and all the dramas and all the issues and all the things that humans find difficult. Practical magic, when you follow the way of the dragons, means that you're operating in a different way. You're letting your soul all the way through, and you're able to kind of go, hey, dragons, can you help me out with this? One of my favorite phrases is, you know how to do this, please show me how. I was doing some sewing at the weekend, and I always use this when I'm sewing, because I'm like, you know what, even with my glasses, I just can't see this. And I'm always saying, you know how to do this, please show me how. Please do it for me. Just put the thread through the needle so I can carry on sewing these trousers of my boys' school uniform. So this is us working in higher frequencies. It means that we have access to magic. It means that we have access to the dragons. End of last year, I was going to a friend's house, and they're a friend of my partner, total French house. And I was like, oh, I've got to sit there in French all afternoon. How am I going to do this? Do you know what? I'm going to call in the French dragon. And this is exactly what we do, and this is exactly what the dragons are here to show us to do. We don't know how powerful we are. This is one of the major lessons and things that the dragons want us to know. Like, come on, honey, you know, just start operating at a human and start operating at your soul level, or start operating as the spirit that you are, that you've been here for lifetimes, over and over and over again. So what's happening when we go through the ascension journey, when we're awakening, which is, you know, why we read out the cards from the dragons, which awaken with the dragons. Why we read these out is because the dragons are here to navigate you through some of the tough stuff, some of the awful stuff, some of the stuff that's just going on for your human, that you're just going, why is this happening to me? And then you get to understand, oh, right, okay, that's why. So these are the messages from the cards that help you to start living in higher frequencies. If you're here, if you're watching, say hi, give me some love hearts. Living in high frequency, we all think, oh, that's going to be awesome. I'm going to just feel love and bliss and serene all the time, which is true, but enable us to get there on the ascension process, on the awakening journey, is we sometimes are purging some of the lower frequencies. We're purging some of the anger or the hate, or, you know, and how does this show up in the body? Sometimes we're struck by a cold or a sore throat or a rash, or we get physical symptoms that reflect to us like, oh my God, what is going on here? Other people will bump their cars, or a wall will fall down, or the drains will block in their house. This is all the ascension process to help you understand there's something else going on here. There's something bigger than me. Oh my God, yes, honey, there is something bigger than you, and they're called the dragons. The dragons aren't doing it. They're just helping you through the fact that everyone is going through this. So if you're calling in the dragons, you're one step ahead of everyone else, because when you're physically purging, you really need to embrace the whole ascension journey and kind of go, do you know what? Something's happening here, and I need to understand what it is. So when you're on the ascension journey with the dragons, this is always what I'm asking you. How can you see how that's reflected back to you? Why did you bump into that tree? Why did this happen to you? What's this cold representing for you? What are you purging? What's been going on for you lately? What are you thinking? And what are you feeling? If somebody says, I've got no idea, I'm like, okay, well, how does it feel? I help you get into the deeper feeling of it to reach the parts of you that you've never reached before, because no one's ever really taken you there. It's not me that does it, by the way. It is the beloved dragons. They help you to go deeper, to go further, to understand what it is that's going on in your life, so that you can see, I'm creating that. The only one standing in my way is me. This is the ultimate. Your internal world creates your outer world. So let's embrace the awakening journey and pick a card. Pick a card today, 1 to 4. And we'll just see what maybe is standing in your way, or what the dragons are asking you to take hold of. What are they asking you to embrace? So every time I read a card out, you will be infused with that particular dragon's energy. You may notice my voice changing. Some things will come through that will really, really resonate with you. These are your messages. This is the energy that's passing through you. They want to educate you how you can operate as a soul, how you can operate your human from your soul perspective. So card number 1, we're going to dip into card number 1. Let's see, oh goody goody goody, let's see what numbers you are all choosing. I'm on Instagram live with this, I'm on Facebook live with this every single week, and we're just seeing what's going on. Ooh, okay. Card number 1. Card number 1 is Tara. Tara is a sea blue green dragon. She is not a winged dragon. She's more like a serpent dragon, but bigger. She met me on the beach. And she, more than anything right now, is saying zero tolerance. You are in resistance to your own magic. So this is flip out of resistance. This is card number 16. And we're reading this from 0652 time so that I can guide anybody on the replay. Card number 16. Sweet 16 and never been kissed. Well, I doubt that's the case. Ooh, number 16. I'm just going to put on my little lunettes so that I can read this to you. So what does it mean when she's saying flip out of resistance? So just allow yourself to call in the dragon Tara. Thank you so much for being here, Tara. We really, really appreciate you sending these messages to us and clearing up what's going on and letting us know what we're purging on a physical level so that our human can have an easier ride. Flip out of resistance. You can now easily recognize that most things that pop up that you would normally treat as an emergency or another drama to deal with are merely a slight frustration and an inconvenience to how you wanted things to go. This situation arises as if by magic to tempt you back into the old ways of reacting, maybe to see if you can dance past it this time and remain neutral and unaffected. Notice how you feel and see if your mind and body are able to be a lot calmer. Installing consciously some different and fresh perspectives. How can you see the humour or the hidden dynamics of a situation for what it really is? An energy that needs to be expressed, released, or completed. Exactly the right card that we need to be reading today about this energy update and how we really need to be aware of what's going on for us. If it's physical symptoms, what are they bringing you to? If it's a car symptom or a symptom in your house, what's that making you aware of? And how can you change something on the inside of you, your internal story, your internal world, which is going to then have an effect on your outer world? Maybe now you can also understand you had in fact imagined an exact drama like this happening. And then, as if by magic, it was here in your face to say, ta-da! Maybe you can see in your mind's eye and imagine that you have out in front of you a gauge, like a car dial, like a speed dial, that measures the energy and goes from the outside of your stress and panic and can flip over all the way to the other side to peaceful. So like if you had a dial going from peaceful all the way to stressed and in drama and in whatever's creating that situation for you. Come back into neutral, just coast along and go back into peace. Peace would be parked. This would be sort of just coasting along, just ticking along very nicely. And this would be like, oh, revs are really high. Oh my God, I have to think so fast. Things are going too fast for me. Overwhelmed. Behind every situation, there is a hidden dynamic, a deeper meaning that you can continue to feed off and allow that to consume you and create form on your physical barometer, your body, that clearly shows you how well or how well not you are coping. Remember that energetic state that lands into and onto your body will create an entity and a form of its own, and it will become a persistent symptom. Tara wants you to know that all created from a negative perspective, and you hold and you can simply and easily let it go when you adjust your perspective and choose where on the gauge you would rather be. You get to choose at any time. This is how you manifest, by the way. And if you're interested in manifesting something different in your life, come along to my event on the 22nd of January. We, the Dragon Collective, Tara says, often see resistance to the energy that rises up, that is asking to be completed and cleared, to allow you to be neutral and safe, as the energy emanates from you and is visible to us. Resistance has a vibration that surrounds you and therefore attracts more of the similar things towards you. There's a lot more there in the card, but that is basically the essence of Tara, card number 16, and that was our card number 1 today. Who's loving these cards? Who's loving these messages and this energy update, and what the dragons are assisting us to become clearer in our own energy so that we ascend and so that we cope so much better. All right, let's see what else, what next card comes up for us for number 2. Remembering the theme today is transformation. Ooh, here we go. Brilliant. Okay, so card number 2 that we have today is the Rainbow Dragon. This is Ceremony. She's absolutely beautiful. She's here to celebrate. She's here to show you how far you've come. She's here just to... You go under the wings of this particular dragon. You go under the rainbow and you realise just how much you've dealt with so far, and what's coming next for you is so much better, so much easier. If you're here watching and listening, let me know. If you're on replay, let me know. This is card number 55 that's come up today to do with this transformation and this energy update of awakening to living in higher frequencies. So 55, create the appropriate feeling of what you seek. Flow from lack to lucrative and luxurious. Again, we're going on about this pivot. So card number 2, I'll make a note of the time, which is Ceremony, so that if I'm writing that in a post, then people know that it starts at that particular time. If you've chosen a card, pick a card between 1 and 4. And hi Peggy, hi Saren. Pick a card number 1 to 4 and listen. Now, all of these 4 cards will have a really great update for you to do with your energy right now. Also show you where you are on your ascension journey and how you're coping with living in higher frequencies. Everyone is going through the ascension process. You are not alone. It just that you've chosen to do it from an awakened standpoint, which means that you'll be more understanding of what's going on, but maybe you'll be challenged a little bit more because you'll just be a little seeing more of what's coming up. So again, Ceremony, card number 55, create the appropriate feeling of what you seek. Flow from lack to lucrative and luxurious. You've lost your focus and perspective, so call in Ceremony. Let her help you understand and infuse that energy with you as we read the dragon cards. Stop using all those delay tactics and deluding yourself that there isn't enough for you. You understand this feeling of lack all too well. And it's the fear of lack that stops you from moving forward with becoming the next bountiful, evolved person and member of the spiritually evolved, conscious, high-frequency population. It is the feeling of lack and the vibration, the energy running through your body that allows you to invite the lack to show up in your daily life. There is either something that you need to happen in a certain way, or you've been being way too stubborn to let it go. And look again through different eyes and see there really is no lack. If you could look through the eyes of your soul, if you could look through the eyes of the dragon as how your human could look into your world, to the situations that are happening, if you could look through the eyes of your soul, through the dragons, they just go, why do you keep thinking that? Why do you keep going over the same stuff? You're not stuck. You're not in lack. And this is where a lot of humans get stuck. It's time to create for you an appropriate feeling of that there really is enough. Your word could be abundance, bounty, opulence, profusion, plenty, wealth, riches, luxury, lucrative, I'm prosperous, or fortune. And get into that feeling and seeing the beauty of that. All the gold, the jackpots everywhere you go, your Midas touch. It is not meant to be a riddle. It is not meant to be hard. It is, however, quite different to how you've been thinking and how you've been vibrating. Remember, we're on the path to ascension and living in higher frequencies. So we have to change the way that we're thinking and the way that we're doing things. If you're new to the dragons, don't worry. They are just going to be your backbone. They're going to show you how you've been operating and how you can operate in the future, how you can operate starting today to look at things differently. The dragons are here specifically because the whole planet is going through ascension. We're all moving into operating in higher frequencies, whether we like it or not. Some of us just choose to do it very consciously. Spiritual men and women choose to do it consciously and see what's going on in their life and how that's reflecting back to them. We invite you to drop into the feeling of lack and take a ride to the destiny and the contrasting frequency and the counterpart of lack. So it's lush, it's luxury, and it is a land of plenty. Explore and spend some time reminding yourself of times of plenty in this lifetime. Make an inventory of plenty. Then travel into previous lifetimes when you were bestowed with gifts from the most luxurious fabric and jewels. Feel it, own it, and embody that sensation. Okay, there's a lot more there, but what does ceremony mean by embody that sensation? Meaning that you walk in it, that you own it, that you talk in it, you act from that sensation. It's like, do you know what? I believe I am rich. I do see things as prosperous. I do see myself as fortunate. I believe I am fortunate. And you start talking, feeling, and this is the work that I do to help you unravel anything that's going on for you so that you start seeing it in a different way. Remember, your inner world creates your outer world. There's just not very many places that you get to go to tell a new story and to be heard, saying all the things that sound a little bit delusional, but you have to know that we're working with energy here. And whatever energy you're in will just keep coming back to you time and time and time and time again. So my job, the dragon's job through me, is I channel messages, the vision that Source has for you. I channel messages through my groups, how to manifest with the dragons, because they want you to come forward. They want to coax you out. They want to help you see that it's your energy that's standing in your way. The only person standing in your way, the only person standing in my way, is my energy. If I could use my imagination, if I could use my energy, get into the feeling of it, which is exactly what ceremony was talking about, I could live a completely different life. And I have proved it. Right, let's get on with card number 3. Starting at 1920. Let's see which card. Ooh, which card wants to pop out? You were wanting to play with me today. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, so card number 3 is Sovereign. Sovereign is the most serene, beautiful, beautiful, energetic. They're all beautiful, but very different energy. She's very serene. She's very regal. You would imagine that you've just got this crown on your head and this cloak flowing behind you, deep, heavy, heavy velvet. And everyone else is your subjects. You are dealing with people with love and kindness. She, more than anything, her whole purpose is to help you connect in with your soul. To really be bonded, build a relationship with your soul. And when you've got a relationship with your soul that is so phenomenally strong, no one else's criticism, no one's judgment or bad behavior around you will ever affect you ever again. This is so much easier for the dragons to come through for you, because they come through your soul. Your soul is picking up the vibration and the language of the dragons. So coming through your soul is so much easier. Now, her message there, meeting your soul and knowing your own exquisite soul language. Oh my God, I say these things come through me, and then I read the card and I go, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Okay, number 36. Being able to pull these cards out is just amazing. I'll be pulling these cards out for everybody on the call, by the way, when they come to the Dragon New Year, 10th of February. This will be a new event to look out for. So, the beautiful, the stunning purple sovereign. Make your soul, meeting your soul and knowing your own exquisite soul language. Make an important decision of your emotional, physical and mental health to create a private spiritual sanctuary. To attend and listen to your soul every single day. A place for solace, union and connection. To closely listen to your inner voice, your inner self, and meet your soul. Your rapid paced life with all your deadlines and intensities. Make it an even greater need to fully connect and bond. Go to your safe place so that you can hear what is being communicated with you, as well as learn how you can commune with your soul and ask for solutions at last. And last but not least, commune with others through your and their soul state. You can call in the souls of your clients, you can call in the soul of your next lover, you can call in the soul of your next best business associate. Your soul is more powerful than you know. It is the most powerful part of you. And when Serafina, when I met her for the first time, she said, "You don't know how powerful you are," this is exactly what she meant. When you are connected and bonded and listening to your soul guidance, when the dragons come through, you are incredibly powerful. You are the creator of your own reality. Soul-to-soul communication is a powerful, felt communication that goes way beyond words. When you express yourself from your soul and take part in this heartfelt communication, you are conscious and operate from your awakened, powerful, spiritual, sovereign state. Ooh, I even sit up straighter when I'm talking to sovereign, when I'm talking to my soul. My soul, by the way, has a name, and the same with everybody that I work with. They get to hear what their soul wants to be referred to. My soul wants to be referred to as Roma. When you express yourself from your soul and take part in this heartfelt communication, you are conscious. You operate from your awakened, powerful, spiritual, sovereign state. You are sensing what comes directly through you from your soul, and it is pure, wise, and an unbeatable combination. Your soul is housed in your human flesh and bones body, which is acting like your barometer, constantly feeding back to you from your environment, to the people that you meet, and even the places you go, always intuitively sensing your environment. Your barometer and your soul never stop sensing your feeling state, which picks up the soul communication and intentions of others that goes unseen, unheard, unfelt, and most definitely, more than often, unattended to. It is imperative that you get to know your soul with this higher frequency ascension journey and adapt your ways of communicating with her to know intimately that valuable, powerful, very accurate part of your own personality that guides you. By learning this new language and simply attending to what you hear, you are a powerful force like no other. Open up your senses to attend, to understand some of the basic foundational feelings of communicating with you from the inside your body. First, you can recognize that you have your own home, your preferred frequency, where you feel safe and that you can always come home to in your heartbeat, in your breath, wherever you are, whoever you're with, whatever you're doing. And you'll be able to understand the contrast between your feelings when you go between you're safe and you're stressed, when you can feel the gap between the two chosen feelings and the distinct difference that happens inside your body when these two extreme feelings are felt. Knowing all the time that you're just feeling energy. It does you no harm unless you hold on to it and unless you live from that energy. You can know that you're happy and safe in your own skin and still experience going from one state to the other and then back again. This is one of the major journeys that I do with my clients, so that you get to feel what's going on in and around you. It massively helps you to manifest. It massively helps you to cope so much better in the life. So let me know if you're on replay. Let me know what messages you're getting from this. Let me know if you want to have some questions or if it's too much to take in. Whee! Okay. I got you. I saw who you were. So we are moving into card number 4. 26 minutes. Who chose number 4? Card number 22, Raphael. Raphael is the very most methodical, slow, purposeful, focused, accurate, precise dragon that you will ever meet. He will never be rushed. He is so strong, and he coaxes out of you your best feeling state. He coaxes out of you more detail than you thought was available, that you could imagine, so that helps your manifestations come through. Most people, when they go in to do a manifestation or creating their new reality or discover how powerful they are, they're very vague. I want a nice day. I want a new car. He will get you to have the scent and the feel and the vibration of that car or that house or whatever. And this is how I've managed to manifest houses exactly to my specification, in the location, with the description, at the right price, regardless of the fact that all the houses around me cost over $1 million. We paid a quarter of that. And it was a flat garden, dead end, cyclable to the beach, cyclable for the boys to go to school. The boys have got their own floor, their own bathroom. We've got our own apartment within the house. The house is open plan. So many things were on this list. There were studios. We could create another studio, massive garage for Alex to do his motorbikes as a hobby. This is what Raphael does. He pulls out of you the finer details that you've never ever thought of doing. So let's read his card. Card number 22. One of my favourite numbers. All the twos, 22. The message that's in this card is art and the inner artist. So let's call in Raphael, thank him for being here, and let us be infused with this energy so that we understand the message very clearly. You are being asked to take the time to paint the picture for us. Paint the picture in the colours and the details for us. Let us see what it is, what it feels like in your body, in your chest, in your solar plexus, up into your throat, in your whole body. Let us feel how it tingles with excitement when it is a piece of art is delivered. Do you understand what he's talking about there? Whatever you're manifesting is a piece of art. It is your creation. Let us, the dragons, as the whole collective, have your destinations, the dates, the colours, the charts, the maps, the drawings, the words, the songs, the chants, the notes, the feelings, the taste, the essence, the scent of your magical creation. If you've ever played with creating a piece of art, you know it's a practice of every day heading towards the bigger tapestry, working on a big canvas that you and only you have seen in your mind's eye. You are heading towards a big piece of art that you want to create, and every day keeping yourself on track with the finishing touches to your creative piece from your imagination. This could be your business, this could be a home, this could be altering the finances, your fortune, this could be altering a relationship, any of it. This is all a creation, which is a piece of art. That's what he's talking about. Trusting and feeling certain of the outcome, because you have seen it, you have lived it all already in your mind's eye, and you've embodied it, you've walked it, you've talked it, and you are radiating that particular feeling. The dragons understand your vibration, your feeling. This is why it's the ascension journey of higher frequencies, living in higher frequencies. If you're saying, oh, I want more money, I want to be richer, I want to feel love, I want this house, but you're still complaining and you're still going back to lower energy, what will you get? You'll get the lower energy back because you haven't changed your energy. You've only changed, or you've only had that thought running through your head. That's why mantras don't work. You know it can be done, that it will be done, because you've seen it as done. You've had the guidance and you've imagined it, and now you are acting in response to your next inspired step for that creative piece of art. The practice of any creation is an art form in and of itself. Whatever your dream creation and piece of art that is coming through for you, there are ways to strengthen the bond to your creation with your actions. You can write your creation, and as it unfolds on the page, the description of the process and the detail of the finishing piece, you find yourself talking out loud about your creation, which is one of the funniest things that I do, and which alters your creation and your frequency straight away. You will find yourself talking out loud about your creation and how it can be done. It's all coming together, describing yourself exactly what you want, how you want to feel. Extraordinarily good to see it come into fruition. You doodle and draw your creation, and each time you add in more detail and more colours, more shading, maybe accepting that it turns out far better than you ever imagined it would. Often what you get is far better than you ever said you wanted, but the feeling still remains extraordinary. So those are the 4 cards this week about how you transform. How you transform is your manifesting journey, your ascension journey into living in higher frequencies, having that be your state, having that be the best thing. What was nope about, Peggy? What did you say nope to? Having that being the best state that you can possibly imagine. Remember that the dragons, all etherical beings, are listening to your frequency. They're not listening to your mind. Your mind is too confused. Most of the time, they can't hear what's going on in your mind because there's just too much going on in your mind. It actually blocks anything coming through because your mind is just scattered, chaotic. It's like coming up to a brick wall as far as these, etherical beings and spiritual beings are concerned. So that's why you need to be talking about, listening to, feeling your way forwards. This is a revolutionary understanding of how we operate in a very different way. This means that the human gets to do the actions, and the actions will be thinking differently but feeling differently, so that the soul can come through and the dragons can pick up your energy and they can bring towards you what you're feeling. They will match your frequency note for note. If you're in a lower frequency but you're still having dreams and hopes, they can't get it through because you're not showing them in your physicality what it is that you're looking for. Okay, Peggy, I see you're on a healing journey, new to spirituality, but you're awakening. So these messages are for you, even if you don't have them on a conscious level, because your brain will be going, what? Oh, I don't understand, I don't understand. Have your heart open and be willing. All you need to say is, I'm willing to understand. I'm ready to be healed, to have this spiritual journey. I'm ready to take the next step. And this is what this is all about. This is why I'm here, to help people who are on their journeys to step out of their own way so that the human feels safe to let all of this come through. Thank you for being here. Thank you for picking a card. Thank you for speaking to me. If you're on replay, let me know. Let me know that this is resonating for you. And I'll be back next week with more cards from the dragons, more messages from the dragons. You're welcome. Thank you very much for being here. This is a journey. It's a journey like no other. As soon as you wake up, you're awakened to the spiritual process. This is when you need really extraordinary navigation, because the frequencies are already much higher than they were 5, 3, 2, 1 year ago. So, you know, we will be faced far quicker with what we're thinking and what we're feeling. And we'll have things happening physically. We'll have things happening in our homes. We'll have things happening. And it's a question of deciphering what we brought in, what we called in, what we created with our thoughts and our feelings. Have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, let me know. Please come along to the event that I'm running on the 22nd of January, which is all about manifesting. And I'll be going through the 8 dragons. I'll be going through Seraphina, I'll be going through Tara, Luna Ray, I'll be going through Sovereign again, and I'll be introducing you again to Bloom and Ceremony, and then Utopia, when we fly into freedom. So this is the Ascension journey, using these dragons as your guides. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.